Good afternoon, everyone. So, before we start the debate, I would like to ask all of the debaters to state your name and your position, starting from the government side.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Imran. I am the Prime Minister for PTE.
Hi, my name is Nazli Tanti. I'm the Deputy Prime Minister of PTA.
My name is Farisha. I am the government whip for this session.
Okay, hold on. Who will be giving the reply speech?
Imran will be the reply speech.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Alia and I am the first speaker from the opposition side.
Hi, my name is Maya and I am the second speaker of the opposition side.
Hi, my name is Irina Sofia. I am going to be the third speaker for the opposition side.
I will be the reply speech. I will be giving the reply speech. Yeah.
All right, the House will come to order. I am pleased to welcome you all to this fourth round of USIM Vice Chancellor Debate Championship 2022. I would like to remind the members of the floor, they may only raise points of information in the constructive speech and only after the first minute and before the last minute of speech. Also, please ensure that your internet connection is stable and your voice is audible. Are there any inquiries before we start? Okay, with that, I call upon the Prime Minister to deliver the speech. Hear, hear.
Just. Okay. We'll start my speech. We'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. First, I would like to bid a very good evening to the Mr. Chairman, honorable educators, the timekeeper, members of the hall, and ladies and gentlemen. The motion for our debate today is that the House believes that the feminist movement should support instances of commercialization of stereotypically female interests. For instance, makeup, baking, and knitting, and etc. So, from this motion, first I would like to define some of the keywords here, which is we believe that we should support this the commercialization of this female interest, or there is another word to describe this part, which is the fermentizing. Okay, so it is feminist. Okay, it is advertising about the feminist. Okay, and okay, fermentizing is yes, you call as to advertise or to commercial this their work. Okay, and today we are going to focus about the female interests, such as the makeup, baking, and knitting, and so on. So right now, we are living in a world that the feminists or the woman or the society that always be fighting uh, to uh, to take their rights on to work, okay, for women to work, to become politicians, to what you call to be this and that and so on, and to do many things that some of the women should not do. Not it is not because they should not do, that they didn't do it before and they want to do it. Okay, and we are looking to this world right now, and we think that they are forgetting about what the female interest. Okay, about the female interest, which is the things that they should be focusing. Okay, the and this feminist not feminist, the woman always want to do what the man wants, and we are uh, supporting the commercial of this female interest to make the man to do what the what you call what the women do, such as what such as the makeup, yes, makeup, baking and knitting, okay, cooking, and there's a lot of things, fashion and so on. And okay, and we believe that we should we should we should not abandon their born interest, which is this the women's and also anyone who have the interest to do even to do this type of what you call the female interest, okay, the female interest activities or anything about it. And okay, first okay, I would like to go into my point first. First, okay, first, we believe that we should supporting this. Okay, we should supporting this female interest. Okay, since this is the time of to rise up the commercialization of this female interest and the feminizing of these activities and this interest, so that everyone can learn, everyone can learn this thing, and they have the not they have the rights to do, even though it is the woman's work or the woman's interest. Okay, everyone can do it. And okay, and also okay, so before I end my speech, I would like to say that we believe this that the House should or the feminist movement should support instances of commercialization of stereotypically female interests, so that their what you call their interests won't be abandoned, even though they have what you call the opportunity and the interest to do this, and they should do it. And I think that's it. I would like to end my speech. Thank you.
Thank you to the Prime Minister for the speech. The speaker spoke for 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Now, I would like to call upon Leader of Opposition to deliver the speech. The floor is yours.
Can you hear me? I will
Yes.
start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we from the opposition side believe that that it is crucial to break the corrupt stereotype since the woman didn't become less woman when they try to be themselves. So, good afternoon, I bet to members of the floor. So, for today's motion, this House believes that the feminist movement should support instead of commercialization of stereotypically female interests, for example, makeup, knitting, and baking. So, we from the opposition side truly disagree with this motion. First of all, let me rebut some points came from the government team. So, he stated that one of the reason why we should keep commercialize this because we don't want to abandon the girl who really into this kind of things such as makeup, baking, and etc. We from the opposition side, we believe that by by not supporting instead of commercialization of this stereotype female interest, is not make themselves feel abandoned at the first place. Because this kind of woman is not only 1 or 2%. They have their own clique, their own friend or group of friends to make to actually become that have the same interest at the first place. Because as you know, based on this motion itself, this is one of the stereotype female interests. So there's no way they will feel abandoned at the first place. Besides that, as they also stated that because nowadays women keep want to do what the men do and etc. Then this is one of the sick stereotype that we need to abolish from the society. But because as what our stand, the opposition side, we know that the woman didn't become less woman when they try to become themselves, even though it means that they need to step out from their own comfort zone. So to my team case, we, the opposition side, we believe that here we're not only focusing on the adult, the woman that are already adult. We also need to help the kids itself, the girl, the other woman, all ages. They're also confused on what they have interest and etc. So this is our 3 points that we want to bring when why we didn't support this motion. First thing, because we want to break free from the society norm. Secondly, because we want to promote the woman power. And third, because we want to give opportunity to the kids, to the kids to change interest based on their capabilities and interests. So, moving on to our first point, which is break free from the society norm. So, as you know, this stereotype, which is women need to learn how to do makeup, baking, even cooking, knitting itself, is born from the society. The old generation is the one who live to at least to fulfill this kind of stereotype, and it make them advise the woman to become what they want them to be, as same like what they are going through. Here, you need to know that we already live in a different generation. We already go further from the old generation itself. So, because of that, it is important for us, even though as any feminist itself, they also want the woman have the right, the chance to speak from themselves, from what they love and what they are interested to, in order to break free from the society norm. The reason why we need to break free from the society norm, first thing, because we know some women are capable in doing that. But because if, for example, the woman really love to lead a team or really love to work in a construction site and etc. If they want to, they can do it because they have the interest. And ladies and gentlemen, you need to give them the power of to choose what they want to be. So based on the motion, if we keep commercialize this stereotype female interest, don't you think that we actually abandon the woman who really want to do something that outside of their comfort zone? We need to also celebrate and cherish their own their interest, ladies and gentlemen. So when we break free from the society norm, we can see that we can learn. Is it how women capable to adapt with the situation and make them can blend in with the new norm in order to build a better society at the end of the day. So we, from the opposition side, we believe that by commercialize the stereotypically female interest, it will make us trapped into the society norm that actually didn't give the woman freedom in order to become themselves. So before I end my speech, I would like to restate that we, from the opposition side, we believe that it is crucial to break the corrupt stereotype, since we know that the woman herself, they become less women when they try to be themselves, when they are stepping out from their comfort zone, if they are capable and have a very huge determined in order to get something. With that, I beg to oppose.
Thank you to the Leader of Opposition for the speech. The speaker spoke for 6 minutes and 2 seconds. We shall now hear the speech from the Deputy Prime Minister. The floor is yours.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
I start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. I beg to the educated, timekeeper and members of the floor. So today, the motion for our debate is that this House believes that the feminist movement should support instance of commercialization of stereotypically female interests, etc. makeup, baking, nighting. So, we from the government side truly agree with this motion. So I would like to rebut some of the points from the opposition side. Okay. Firstly, she said that this she said that they want to give the opportunity to the female, to the woman in the all age to do what they love and break the society norm about the feminist stereotype. So we from the government side, we didn't cut all the interest they can do what they love. So, but we want to commercialization more about the female interest because we know that the feminist movement want the female and the male to be equality. So by commercializing the stereotype female interests like makeup, baking, nighting, it can help them. In the long, it can help them to encourage them to take involved in those things, because in the long term they will be a mother, they will be a mother, and so they need to know too that thing, because we can guarantee that we married a man that can do all of the women thing like knitting and baking, so on. So by communalizing the commercial this feminist stereotype, it can help them to take this a part of them, a part of their life. So I want to recap one of the point from my Prime Minister. Women should emphasize more to their natural interests with the rise of feminizing, as we know that feminizing is advertising that seeks to empower women, and this represent representative of women to like as for example like campaign that Pantene, that we know that Pantene is one of the shampoo brand, is shine strong, and Dove campaign for real beauty. So it's always like a girl. So moving to my point. Okay, my first point is by commercialization of stereotype female interest, because we didn't want to put aside the female interest, because for example they can help single mom out there to living, because most of the single mom more to do the housework, but like the example from the motion about the knitting, baking, so it can encourage them to work more on their knitting, baking, and makeup to build up their self income to help the family set, and this talent is naturally born talent to do, because woman and girl is naturally born talent to do a lot of things, especially the things in home. Okay, we know that opposition will say that there is can you guarantee is women, all women can do the housework and properly. So but because of the norm, they because of the norm they will train their daughter, they will train their daughter to do the housework and to do the female things. So and then and my last point is it can help the economy in it can help economy it can help women economy. So by empowering by commercial the female stereotype, it can encouraging them to do more about the women female stereotype. So along with our stand, women shouldn't abandon their point interest. Thank you.
Thank you to the Deputy Prime Minister for the speech. The speaker spoke for 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Now I would like to call upon Deputy Leader of Opposition to give the speech. Here.
Uh, am I audible?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Am I audible?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are the opposition side. So this today's motion goes like, this house believe that feminist movement should support instances of commercialization of stereotypically female interests as given examples of makeup, baking, and knitting. Okay, so before I start to my point, I would like to rebut some of the rebuttal that have been given by the Deputy Prime Minister, that she rebutted our point. So I would like to tell you guys that we are talking, they talk about how they are actually women who want to do the female things like baking, knitting, and also makeup. They want to do this. They don't want to they don't want to cut their interests and they don't want to abandon them. But I would like to say that we live in the society right now. We can see that that is not the women who are the women who are having their interest in this kind of fields are not the minority. We should understand that the women who are the women. The minority of the women are the one who are having interest in a different kind of fields. What I'm trying to say is that not many people are having interest in this, so they are the minority that we should be taking care of, because there are many people, many women who are interested in makeups and baking, anything and so on. Okay, that is my point. Okay, so I would like to recap my first leader of opposition points. She has been talking about how we want to give the woman the power to choose, and because we believe that woman does not break because it is crucial for us to break the corrupt stereotype, since woman does not become less woman when they try to be themselves. Okay, so because we know that Rasulullah SAW also are the one who do all the, not all, but he also did women chores, and because we all know that. So I don't think that we should force that stereotypically behavior of this kind of things, of baking or whatsoever of the woman things, to the woman nowadays. So moving on to my first point, why is it that we back to oppose this motion today? Because we believe that we should promote woman power. That is the most important thing, because there may be some women who are born with not powerful, but they are strong, but they are ashamed of that capability that are given to them, because they think that because it has been commercialized that women should be doing makeups, knitting, and what so on, all those female things, but it would discourage them to extend their potentials and what so on. Because as we know, women are actually a bit emotional. We all know that. We cannot deny that. So why don't we use that as an advantage to us? Because I believe that when we as a women are interested in something, we would do anything that we want to achieve that, to achieve our interest and our desire. Okay, so moving on to my next point. For my first point, I would like to share that in the Ukraine right now, we have the war going on, and there are actually women from the Ukraine people who are actually trying to get their hands on the rifle and trying to fight off the Russia. We can see here that women are not are getting braver right now. So I think that we should encourage these kind of behaviors because we want to promote women power. So moving on to my next point, which is we want to give the opportunity to the kids to change interests based on their capabilities. Okay, so like I said before, it has been a typical concept that women should be doing baking, not only baking, but all the everything that is kind of female things, it is very typical right now. So I'm afraid that the kids nowadays, the kids that are growing to be women one day, their interests are being narrowed down to only the things that include women. All right. Maybe they can actually try to break, like my first speaker said, we should break free from their own comfort zone and try to discover new things that maybe no one else could do. Maybe they could outpower and outmind the men who are maybe not that intelligent in that field. Maybe the women are more intelligent in that field, but suddenly, since all this stereotypically concept are being stressed on them, they are not able to do that. I think we should give the opportunity for them to choose what kind of field that they want to be. And also, I believe that when we does not commercialize this kind of stereotype women behavior, it can actually convince the parents who are actually taking care of the kids to support their children, their kids, on what they actually interests are. Because the kids nowadays, they are still growing. They are looking at their surrounding, at their whatever, at their surrounding to find their own interests. Like we from the Form 5 students before, we don't even know what we want to be. Like we don't even know. We are already Form 5. We have lived 17 years, but we still don't know what we want to be. We know the interest only. So I think that we should expose these kids to things that are not only the things that are only female, but also the things that they can actually do, but not being commercialized. Okay. So yeah. So I think that there are many examples of women who have been trying to do this, because like I said, the Ukrainian, they have female soldiers that are breaking all those stereotypes, and also proving that a woman can do more when they be themselves. So since that, I believe that we as the government, we as the opposition team believe that it is crucial to break the corrupt stereotype, since women don't become less women when they try to be themselves. I bet to oppose that. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to the Deputy Leader of Opposition for the speech. The speaker spoke for 7 minutes and 8 seconds. We shall now hear the speech from the government whip. We shall now hear the speech from the government whip. Here. Sorry for the convenience.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. I beg to Ms. Chairman, the adjudicators, the timekeepers, members of the floor, ladies and gentlemen. Today's motion is about the House believe that the feminist movement should support instance of commercialization of stereotypically female interests, example of makeup, baking, and knitting. So we from the government side are truly agree with this motion, aligned with our stance that women shouldn't abandon their interest in sport. I would like to start my speech with the rebuttal about the argument that comes from the opposition side. So the opposition side said that they want to break free from norm, because they said that the generation will pass this female interest to their kids or their new generation. But how can you guarantee that everyone will pass every woman's thing to their female daughter or their granddaughter or something like that? What about those female or children that doesn't have a female family member, like what if they only have brother? So how they want to teach them about this knitting, baking, and making makeup? And they said that by commercializing this female interest, it will make people, women's cannot break free from their new interests such as constructions. But we didn't say that we as the government didn't say that by commercializing we want to stop every feminism movement about the other types of right in like we call it the woman's right to choose their interest, or the woman's right to choose their new job or something like that. We didn't say that we are banning every other movement that related to the other rights. So we are trying to focusing in advertising in the females things like baking, knitting, and makeup. So we just took a pinch of their life to just give the what we call it this to show about the makeup, baking, and knitting, because there are lots of movement and there are lots of activities that show they already fight for the women's right that want to be the same level as men. So by commercializing it won't make the it won't what we call it it won't make like every woman will stop fighting for the women's right that have to be same as men. So the second speaker said that they want to promote woman power, because they said that by commercializing, there will be women that is shy to show off their potential. Like I said before, we didn't say that we want to ban any other movement that fight for women's right related to the same as men. So it won't truly stop them to expose their potential, even it's not about the woman's natural thing. So they still can promote woman power, but just we want to make advertising specifically to this woman's thing. And the last point, she said that they want to let kids nowadays to choose to have a various type of interest. And by commercializing female things, it can make kids know about at least a basic about knitting. They will feel curious, like, oh, knitting. They will ask their mom, how is knitting, like that. So actually kids can still entertained by that commercializing, because if you suddenly want to commercialize or advertise the woman's right, women want to be women have to have the same level as men. So do you think these kids or teenagers can understand truly about the feminism? Even there are still teenagers who doesn't really understand that this feminism. So it's better for kids to know their basic things before they are going to choose about their interests or to know about this advanced feminism movement. So I would like to summarize from our the argument from our side. So our Prime Minister has said that we want to emphasize more natural interest with the rising femvertism, something like that. So because if every feminist movement are only focusing on the woman's right as men, the woman's right to choose, the woman's power, so who are going to focus on the natural female things? Because everyone is only talk about woman as men, women need to be as men. So who are going to be woman as woman? At least they have the knowledge about this basic thing about knitting, makeup, and baking. So I would like to restate our stance that women shouldn't abandon their born interest. That is why we are agree with this motion. So that with that, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you to the government whip. Government wait for the speech. The speaker spoke for 6 minutes and 24 seconds. We shall now hear the last speech from the opposition whip. The floor is yours.
You ready?
Am I audible? Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
I will start my speech in three. Oh. In 3, 2, 1. Good morning to members of the floor and my and fellow adjudicators. Today, we as the opposition side believe that oppose the motion, which is this House believe that feminism movement should support instant communalization of stereotypically female interests. Before I start my rebuttals and also my summary of our opposition, I would like to restate our stand. I would like to state our stand, which is we as the opposition team believe that it is crucial to break the corrupt stereotype, since they didn't become less women if they are becoming themselves. Okay, before I start the recap, I would like to rebut some of the point from the government side. The first one is when she said that it will help them and encourage them to take involved in and at the end they become a mothers. Okay, exactly. If they become a mother, does that mean like only a woman need to cook? Only a woman need to cook, or only a woman need to do house chores, baking, cooking? You mean like just a woman need to do that? Okay, so as a parent, I think they should have the responsibility to actually involve in this because they have children and they also need to do a house chore. It doesn't really depend only to the mother itself. Only the mother need to do the chores. No, actually, the father also need to do their responsibility, which is to also cook. Not only a mother need to do that. And then I would like to rebut another point is that when the government side said that the cooking, baking, and knitting is a natural born talent. What does that mean by natural born talent? Do you have proof that that is a natural born talent? Me, myself, I can't even cook, I can't even bake, and I can't even knit. Okay? There's not all women have the ability to cook. Not all women have the ability, like naturally they can cook, they can bake, they can knit. No, not all. And it also, do you think like makeups or knitting or even cooking, only girls need to do that? Do you mean like the male, the guy, they don't even need to do that? I mean, cooking is something basic necessities like all the people do, and it is a must. So for a human to actually know to cook, I can even cook just an egg. I can't even cook like fancy meals, and I'm sure that also a guy can also cook this thing, not only a girl. Okay. So another thing is and when we actually when she said that it can actually build the side income of someone when they bake, when they cook, what do you mean by giving a side income? Do you have proof that they're giving a side income through baking, through cooking? I mean, we can all the woman itself, the female itself, can find a side income not only by cooking, not only by knitting. They can find a side income through other jobs, other job opportunities like doctors or teachers. They can actually find their interest. When a lot of people, how do you think the woman itself know that a woman can cook, a woman need to cook, a woman need to bake? How do you think the woman know about this thing? This is because the corrupt stereotype of a society that thinks that a woman need to cook, need to bake. All they do is just do that thing. So we as the opposition believe that we need to let them know that we can actually find their interest, so that they can find their hidden interest. They can get out from their comfort zone. Not only they just see something like cooking or baking. Okay. The next thing is and then when she said that it can for a single mother, it can actually improve the economy if they only cook and bake. About the economy, do you also do you have a proof that having a side income from baking and cooking actually help the economy? I think personally, I think that if you actually if more and more people become educated and have and work in a big sector, like such as a doctor, like I said before, and also the teacher, when they produce a lot of things, they can actually give more benefit to the government itself, not only to to individuals. And also, it
Can I please?
yes, please.
Okay, you are saying that teachers can contribute more to the what we call it, to the economy. But what if the teachers are doing a baking as a part time? So if we give more, contribute to the
Yes,
economy.
thank you. Yeah, they actually help the economy. Like I said before, they actually help the economy. Not only that, about the side income. If we want to compare about it, the side income give a low rate of economy to the government itself. Okay. Next, I would like to recap some of our point. The first speaker said that the first speaker said about the breakthrough when we actually break the commercialization of stereotype, it actually break free from the society norm. Why? Because a lot of people can actually find their interest not only just about cooking and baking. And the next one is my second speaker just said that it can actually promote the woman power, so that everyone, the woman itself, when we have a gender equality from when they actually the woman itself is strong, and a lot of women itself are ashamed of themselves when they, example, when they become a weightlifter or they become someone who is portraying some masculinity, a lot of people will judge about it. And then the next point is that they will give opportunity to the kids to change their interest based on their capability, so that the kids itself understand better of how the world actually works. With that, I would like to restate our stand, which is we as the opposition team believe that it is crucial to break the corrupt stereotype, since they become less women when they become themselves. With that, I raise my case. Thank you.
Thank you to the opposition whip for the speech. The speaker spoke for 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Now, both of the government and opposition are being given 1 minute to prepare their reply speech. The time is up. I call upon the speaker from the opposition side to deliver their reply speech.
Am I audible? Okay. Yeah, I'll start in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we from the opposition side believe that I'm sorry. We from the opposition side have been stating about how we want to the women empower, women to be empowered and give opportunities to the kids to choose their own interest. So so that is why we want to restate that our base case scenario, if we win this motion, is the objective of the feminist movement is that is to give women the power to choose has been can be accomplished, and also we can also create healthy and open-minded society. So what I'm trying to say is that what are the main objective of the human of the women of the feminist movement itself is to give women to give women the control over their life. All right. So if we win this, if the motion is rejected, I believe that all of those women who are minority in this society right now can actually have their own control over their lives and not being forced to follow the stereotypically female interests. Okay, so we as the opposition believe that the governments has failed to prove the urgency of the urgency on the woman to be enforced to do typical woman interests, such as baking and also knitting and makeup. All right. So like my third speaker has been stated about the government team, they has been talking about how the natural born talents should not be abandoned and what so on for on the female. I would like to tell you guys, like my third speaker has been talking about, why are you trying to say that the natural born talent is on women, right? Where is the proof that the natural born is actually that it really exists? Like there are no any proof. It is actually our society that are the one who actually try to tell that to all the women that they actually have the natural born talent and what's on. Like we all know that not many people, no, there are minority of people, of women who actually cannot cook, or maybe cannot do makeups, or maybe they don't know how to knit. Like myself, I don't know how to knit. Do you guys know how to knit? Like in this society, women doesn't really do that kind of things anymore, because it is important for us to embrace what we want to do rather than what people want us to do. We should try to embrace ourselves before others, and I think it is very important for us to self-love, to imply self-love, and also put ourselves before other people. Okay, so that is why, I'm sorry, moving on to our because that is why our stance is, we as the opposition teams believe that it is crucial to break the corrupt stereotype, since women don't become less women when they try to be themselves. I repeat, they don't become less women when they try to be themselves. With that, I rest my case. Thank you.
Now, to conclude, let's welcome the speaker from the government side to give their reply speech.
Can you hear me? Because right now is yeah, we start my speech. Can you hear me clearly? I mean, because right now is we have a online.
Let's wait for your background.
So I'll start my reply speech in 3, 2, 1. Okay. For my reply speech, first I would like to say about I would like to highlight that about the woman should emphasize more with the rising of this favoritizing, this commercialization of stereotype, the female interest, and um, also we believe that we think that we should not putting aside we should not putting aside the female interest, okay, and this is the part that we want to highlight, that we want to look about, because the female interest, we are not abandoning this female interest, and we believe that women right now is focusing on more what they on more on what they naturally born interest, okay, not born talent, naturally born interest. So especially in this emphasizing this commercializations on stereotype, the female interest stereotype, and this is because we so that we can stop them from taking advantage of women, as we know that women are nowadays we used to become the subject of advertising, and we believe that that women shouldn't abandon their born interest, since yeah, of course they need to know what the interest first before what we call as these feminists that are specifically say about the advance of this type of what we call thinking and way of thinking. So okay, and that's it for me. Thank you.
That is all for this round's debate session. On behalf of the House, I thank the educators for their assistance. I congratulate all the debaters on their performance. Now, the educators will stay here for the discussion, while the debaters can leave the meeting now. Thank you.
Can we take picture first?
Sure.
Okay.
One counting.
Okay. I will screenshot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Okay,
day.
Congratulations, everyone.
Good job. See you guys after this.